Hello, welcome to my remake of tutorial 14, the calculator program. And in this tutorial we're going to design the code for the mathematical operators and equals. Okay, so we'll start off with add. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to create a couple of variables, and they are going to be, there's a thing called the scope. Okay, and what that means is where pretty much where variables can be accessed from. And for example, if I create a variable in a method, it's only available within that method. So if I create a integer variable here, I can't access it here. So hang on, int v equals 10. I can't do like v or textbox1 dot text equals v dot toString. No, I don't want var v dot toString. Okay, because it doesn't exist inside that area. So this is called the scope of a variable. Okay, and it's very useful. Okay, that means we can limit, or we can have a variable called v in this method and a variable called v in this, and they can both store different values. Now say we want one variable, or that we want the variable v to be able to be used in all the methods here. We would simply put it in the class rather than in a method. So this is an instance variable here. So we're going to create three variables. Okay, so we're going to create int first num, and I do realize there's no decimal point option in our program, but we're not going into decimal points. That involves float or double variables. This is just getting far too complicated for simple programs such as this. Second num and int total. Okay, so what this means is I can access any of these variables within any of these methods. It's really that simple. Okay, so this is going to add it, and what we're going to do is we also need another we're going to create a string variable, and we're going to call it operator. Oh, we aren't going to call it operator. We're going to call it OP for operator. Operator is a keyword, so we can't use it. Okay, so this is the add, this is the method at the event. So OP equals, and first num equals textbox1 dot text. Okay, and then we want to set the textbox1 dot text to, okay, so what this is doing, we're setting sorry about that. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so what this is doing, right, OP, this is a string, and we're setting it equal to the plus symbol. Okay, so as we can identify which operation is taking place. Okay, first num, this is the number that's used first, and we're storing it, or we're getting it from the text box. Okay, so what this is doing is getting the text box text, which is obviously a string, and then converting it to an integer and then storing it in the variable. So and then we're clearing the text box so as they can type in the number that then is going to be added to it. Now let's go to subtract. We're going to do exactly the same thing, so we can copy and paste that, and we just change it to a minus, and we're going to do the same this, I'll change it in a second, and the same with that. Alright, so, ooh, which one was order? Yeah, okay. Multiply and divide. Okay, so now that we've done that, we are going to program the equals function or method. Okay, so first of all, what we need to get is we need to get a second num, and you'll see how this works soon. Nope, second num. Okay, let me explain what happens. Okay, whenever you type in a number into our calculator, you press the add, or for example the add button. It stores the number that you typed in originally in a variable. Then you type in a second number, which is stored in the second variable once you press equals, and then it takes those two variables and adds them together and then displays the total. Okay, so here we have our second variable stored. Now all we need to do is, that's really going to annoy me if it's not in line. I'm OCD like that a little bit. So then we need to do a switch statement. I'm going to do OP you know what, we're not going to do that. We're just going to do an if statement. Cases are too complex for this evening. Right, okay, so if OP equals plus, then first, or total equals first num plus second num. Yeah, sorry about that coding error with the switch statement. I have used so many languages recently and it's really starting to confuse me. I'm gonna just copy that 4 times, and okay, so minus multiply and divide. So we just do the same, minus multiply and that's not right. That's right. And divide. Save that. And then what we do is we write text box 1 dot text equals total dot toString. Okay. So I'm gonna run that, and let's hopefully we get this right. So we write 0. Okay, we don't actually need 0. Right, so 1, 2, 3 plus 4, 5, 6 equals 5, 7, 9. Fantastic. Okay, so let's clear that, and we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 plus 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 equals 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. There you have it, a simple calculator program. I hope this video is recorded correctly for once. And I will be making more tutorials soon. And that's pretty much it for a simple calculator program. So please subscribe. Thanks for watching, and sorry for the inconvenience and the lack of tutorials recently. I've just been so busy and I just haven't had time. So there will be more coming soon as soon as I get a spare moment. But hopefully these 2 tutorials will help you a little bit. So thanks for watching, and like I said, please subscribe.